Hey, it's the Rirican. And yesterday, Biden addressed Congress, and um, it's nothing that we didn't expect, especially us on the right. But Tim Scott gave a great rebuttal, rebuttal to Biden's speech, and what ended up happening? Uncle Tim was trending on Twitter. Let that sink in for 1 second. Okay. Here's the left that says everyone on the right is racist, but Uncle Tim is trending. And if people are people who don't know what's the insult, it's about Uncle Tom, and that's what people call people on the right who are blacks who are on the right. They call them Uncle Toms. They call them coons. Uh, call them coconuts. And it's well, the irony was Twitter finally blocked that, um, but still it was still trending before Twitter stopped it. And so, like I said, we're in a country where right now where the left tries to bludgeon the right, saying that they're the ones that are racist. But this is what we get from the left, and I'm not surprised. Um, but I wanted to share with you guys some stuff. Um, just wanted to share, like, here you go, Twitter and the hashtag, um, and it's still going on. It was 10 hours ago, 12 hours ago. So I guess um, it was 4 hours ago. I guess I used a Fox News article if you're interested. But so, everybody's going to talk about the speech one way or another, whether you're in support or against it, of Biden or of Tim Scott. But what I wanted to talk about is how basically what I'm interested in more is, has anything really changed? Let's say in the past 100 years, has anything really changed? Um, in what sense? In one sense or another, has it changed? And have things gotten better? And I'm going to say, obviously, I think yes. But this is the caveat I'm going to say. I'm going to show a couple of quotes. I'm going to show a quote here. This is from Booker T. Washington. There's another class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Having learned that they are able to make a living out of their troubles, they have grown into the settled habit of advertising their wrongs, partly because they want sympathy and partly because it pays. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs. You know, you have a lot of people like that. First person that comes to my mind is Al Sharpton. Um, that you got plenty. Jesse Jackson, Sean. Um, oh, what's his? Oh, anyway, brain fart here. Just in case if people say that, here's a PDF copy of his book, just because people go, oh no, that's a fake quote. Booker T. Washington didn't say that. No, and it's in his book, my larger education, and it's page 118. So I found that someone had it's actually PDF'd in the archive. So, but like I said, I just want you to see that there, where he goes, it to lose their grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs. And I also want to point out, here's another quote from another famous black man who said, The white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to the black man. What I really want to point out here is where it talks here. Um, the liberal elements of the whites are those who have perfected the art of selling themselves to the Negroes as a friend and a Negro, getting sympathy of the Negro, getting the allegiance of the Negro, and getting the mind of the Negro. Then the Negro sides with the white liberal, and the white liberal uses the Negro against the white conservatives. So that anything that the Negro does is never for his own good, never for his own advancement, never for his own progress. He's only a pawn in the hands of the white liberal. And, this was something that he said in the 60s, and it's so true today. Like I said, are things somewhat better? Yes. There's things. Do we need improvement? Yes. There's there's always room for improvement. But you can see here what's going on. Anybody on the right, you disagree, and it's racist. It's racist. It's sexist, and that's how they club. That's how. This is how. Um, this is how they get their agendas across. This is how they do it. Oh, because you don't agree with the way we want to do things, you're a racist. No, shouldn't be just because we disagree on a solution to a problem that I don't agree with your solution that that's because that person's racist. No, and so is there racism? Yeah, of course there will always be elements in this when you have a multi-ethnic society. There's always going to be elements of racism. That's just you know people are going to hate, and you can't, as much as you try to change people's hearts, there's going to be some people that their hearts are going to be hardened, and there's nothing you can do about it. um but we can't make those exceptions to the rule. That's the whole problem. We, like here, you know um here you can see some of the Tim Scott said that America is not a racist country, but what these people do is they want to point stuff, like single stuff out. So they want to there was one here in particular, sorry, it's updating, but there was a one image that I wanted to look at that. See, look what I said. you know that's and that's supposed to be okay. Man, there was one in particular I wanted to show. um all right, never mind. It moved on me, but anyways, um yeah, I'm gonna move on to what I wanted to show also. Here was no, where is it? Oh, are you serious? Of course, when I want to show something, um is I just wanted to show it with the image, so like that people could see it better. Here it goes. This is the Sorry, I had to go back again. I guess I X'd it out by mistake. But here we go. And it's sad that this is a black man that people don't know about. I know Marcus Wiley did a rant where he mentioned Thomas Sowell, and he said, it's sad that because Thomas Sowell does not agree with the left, um, he doesn't get the credit he deserves for stuff for his work in academia. And here's what he said: racism is not dead, but it is on life support, kept alive by politicians, race hustlers, and people who get a sense of superiority by denouncing others as racist. And that's what goes on today. You get books like White Fragility, uh, and things like in that nature, critical race theory, that people get that, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm holier than thou now. I read White Fragility, and it's like, oh, that lady, if you read it, all you could tell is that she's probably a racist and she hates herself for it, but she doesn't know what to do. And her thing is, okay, well, I'm just going to join the bandwagon instead of just changing how she thinks. But like I said, I just wanted to point out, where we are, how have things have changed. But you go, like I said, you could go all the way back to Booker T. Washington, and it's not, he said this in the early 1900s, and you got, um, where did the Thomas? Well, it moved again. Uh, all right, never mind. But you saw the Thomas quote, Thomas Sowell quote. There we go. That how is that any different than what Booker T. Washington said? It's similar, and there we are. So this is stuff that I'm trying to bring together so people could see, racism's being used as a weapon, and it's not being used as a weapon. It's being used as a weapon to destroy the country. It's not using it to bring us together. And it's saying that because past sins, that basically saying we will never be free of original sin. And I'll use it in that sense of the term because that we'll never be clean of it. And so uh, because of that, we need to always, instead of trying to overcome that original sin, we are doomed. It's either doomed to keep it going, or we have to burn the whole system. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to burn the whole system. It's not about unity. It's not about uh, getting us to come together. Destroying it's about destroying the fundamentals of this country. We don't agree anymore. That's the problem. We're two different people. There's the people who don't believe that this country's worth saving, that we need to go to communism, we need to go to socialism. We need to That's the place that, Marxism is the solution to our problems. And like I said, that's where, that's what the, quote unquote white liberal. I don't really, I don't want to confuse liberalism with what these people are, because I don't think it's fair to say that. But yes, these white leftists use racism. These Marxists, they use race because it works in this country, because the fact that we are free to jump classes. We're just because the fact that you're born in this country, you still could be someone that's born poor that could become something great in this country. You got people, high school dropouts, that start big billion dollar companies. You have people who no college education, but start a company. I think like Elon Musk is not a college graduate, and look at the huge company he has. So it's not where you start. It's You're not, we're not are there classes in this country? Yes. Are you destined to stay in that class for your whole life? No. There are things you could do to get yourself out of it, and you gotta be willing to work for it. And that's it. You gotta put the work in. And at the end of the day, that's that's what they're trying to use race for, because class doesn't work. Class hasn't worked, so they're using race. So they want to divide us by race to take us to the next level when it comes to the Marxist philosophy. And if people say, "Oh, you look, oh, you're fear mongering." Look at the people who started BLM, Black Lives Matter movement. They're trained Marxist organizers. That's not my words. That's their words. So it's not about bringing this country together. It's not about healing the original sin of slavery. It's about uh, bludgeoning us to their solution to the problem. Like I said earlier in the video, their solution to the problem is socialism and Marxism. And with that being said, have a good one.